What's up, guys? This is Webby, and this is
Jason Funny.
And this is your Elimination Chamber 2019 review. A pay-per-view that I'm just going to come out and say outshined the Royal Rumble.
Surprising.
It outshined the Royal Rumble. This is the first mega stop on the road
To WrestleMania.
And the Elimination Chamber, really, on paper, when we all looked at it going into it this week, it was pretty predictable. We really thought there wasn't going to be many title changes. There wasn't going to be anything different. We all thought the almighty Cringely and Lio Rush was going to walk out of the Elimination Chamber, still the Intercontinental Champion. We had our opinions. If the Usos were going to take Shane... You're disgusting.
What?
Shane and The Miz to the Uso Penitentiary and capture the Tag Team Championship.
Yeah.
Or if The Miz and Shane were going to retain the Tag Team titles and go on to Fastlane and then drop them there. Because we know they are on a collision course at WrestleMania 35. Ronda Rousey and Ruby Riott. We knew it was a foregone conclusion that Ronda Rousey was going to win this contest at Elimination Chamber. The thing we did not know was that it was going to be an epic squash fest.
Squash like grapes.
We thought that maybe Ruby and Ronda would have a pretty good contest. And then, of course, we had our two Elimination Chamber matches. The Women's Tag Team Championship. Would the Boston Hug connection last all the way through the Elimination Chamber matchup? Would Nia Jax and Tamina capture the Tag Team Championship? Would the Riot Squad capture the tag titles? All of that, plus the Iconics. Nobody on SmackDown really stood a chance. I don't care what WWE wanted to push. Nobody on SmackDown did. They didn't push. They didn't even attempt to push tag team wrestling on SmackDown. But then we had the WWE Championship. And the biggest question there was, could Kofi Kingston overcome all the odds? That's what everybody was wondering. Could he overcome all the odds and capture, for the first time in his career, the WWE Championship? We found out everything about all the things I just mentioned tonight at the Elimination Chamber. All in all, it was a pretty good show on our way to WrestleMania. Good action. Can't really complain about a whole lot. Becky Lynch's involvement in the Ruby Riott, Charlotte, Ronda Rousey. Can't really complain about too much. As you see, he's bowing down to the Queen right now.
I'm just taking my hat off when you mention her name.
But anyway, Jason Funny,
yes.
Overall, what do you think about this pay-per-view?
I think it was, you compare it to the Rumble, and I'm not as disappointed with this one. I think Kofi got to prove how good of a performer that he is. He is a great performer. I think he's been swept under the rug, underestimated because of his size and maybe his lack of, personality sometimes. But he proved he can perform in the ring, and surely there's going to be a higher spot for him eventually in the WWE. Surely they're not going to just put him back under the rug and just keep him there. Surely they will use this man in other major storylines, should have shoving him under the rug and not putting him as part of some big storylines. So they need to get this guy out here and at least put him in the the cruiserweight championship belt.
He's too big for the cruiserweight title.
He's too big? He don't look that big. He looks small.
Yeah, he's too big for a cruiserweight title. Yeah, you have to be 205 pounds.
How much is he?
He's more than 2.
He don't look very heavy. He looks scrawny. Well, my bad then. I thought he'd at least give him a second belt, like an Intercontinental or something. They need to do something with him because he's better than what they've been showing him to be.
Yeah.
And what do you call that? Bootios or
pancakes.
They've
been throwing pancakes at everybody.
Yeah, he could do better than that. They need to keep him away from the other two bozos and get him out there and get some kind of belt around his waist somewhere. Besides, I know he's had the couple belts under him, but still, they need to use this guy more. He's great. He's a lot better than what, he might need to work on his personality a little bit, but he'll do fine.
Yeah. So anyway, with that being said, let's dive into the Elimination Chamber. First things first, the women's Elimination Chamber matchup. Now this contest, look, I think the majority of the people out there had their mind made up and set on Bayley and Sasha Banks. I really do. Isn't that who you had your mind made up and set on? Of course, you're looking at me kind of weird. So who did you have your mind made up and set on to win? I mean, you had Bayley and Sasha Banks. You had Mandy Rose and Sonya. You had the Iconics. And it was a pretty good contest. Much better than the first tag team Elimination Chamber matchup. The first one they had back in, I think it was 2015. JBL was saying all the tag teams was stupid and all different types of stuff, and saying the Lucha Dragons were dumb, and Kalisto was dumb for climbing the cage like a monkey and things of that nature. This time, they actually put on a good contest.
They did they did better than I thought it was going to happen. I really wasn't too much into this match, but I think they did better than I assumed.
Yeah,
they would. I mean, I wasn't really one of the matches I was really into. So
no, and honestly, this match started off first, and for everybody that wanted this to be last, WWE did the right thing by making this match first.
Yes,
they did.
Yes, I agree.
Because they did not build this match good enough to be first.
Yep.
I mean, they did not build this match to be the main event.
Yes.
They didn't. If you look at the build, and I know I've stated this before, but if you look at the build since they announced that it's going to be new tag team championships in the WWE in the women's division, and it's going to be an Elimination Chamber matchup. Did any of you all get excited about it? Absolutely not. Not really. None of the tag team matches really got you on the joy juice for this contest. The WWE title absolutely did. 100%. WWE made a good move. So congratulations in that aspect. And congratulations to Bayley and Sasha Banks for winning the tag team championships in the WWE. Now, speaking of another women's matchup in this pay-per-view, let's jump right into Ronda Rousey taking on Ruby Riott.
Disgusting.
What's disgusting about it is that it was a squash. Now,
No.
yeah, well, okay. Why don't you enlighten the wrestling fans out there why you didn't think it was great? Why you thought it was disgusting?
Because where are you going? Because of what they did to Charlotte. Absolutely disgusting. I mean, come on, people. Who treats the queen of ladies wrestling like that? That is ridiculous, the treatment. Ridiculous. That's all I got to say.
Look, he thinks that's disgusting.
Disgusting.
With Ruby Riott getting buried, that's not a very good thing, honestly. But what happened afterwards with Charlotte being in the ring with Ronda, and then Becky Lynch coming into the ring with the crutches, and then you're ridiculous.
I got it all by sorry.
And then Becky Lynch coming into the ring with the crutches, and then just waylaying both of them with the crutches over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Okay, yeah.
To the point where Ronda Rousey's bleeding from her head, all different types of stuff. Look, it makes for a good story.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing you know, Ric Flair has a disarmer coming to him at his birthday party on Raw. This is going to set up a match at Fastlane between Charlotte and Becky Lynch. There's just no other way. There's no other way Becky Lynch can get added back to this matchup. Charlotte is not going to go one-on-one with Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. I just can't see that happening.
Because she beat her.
I can't see it. This is Becky's moment. Now,
Ronda's scared. That's what it is.
Now, Jason Funny does not like my opinion on that.
Well, I didn't say nothing.
He just doesn't.
It's your channel.
He doesn't like my opinion.
It's your channel.
And if he would go to Jason Funny 42 or Almost Live Jason Funny 42 channel, he would have some video, the Queen, and he would bow down and all different types of stuff to Charlotte. And if you go to his Twitter page, he's a Charlotte fanboy.
I always tweet her stuff,
but
every time I see it.
But no, that would not make for a good WrestleMania
it would,
match.
But Ronda's too
and
scared
the
of her.
WWE fans, I think everybody here that's watching me would agree that they would riot.
It'd be a great match, but Ronda's too scared of the Queen, so she don't take a one-on-one.
So
you know.
With that being said, good segment by WWE tonight. Moving on to the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship. We had Miz and Shane McMahon taking on the Usos. Could Miz and Shane McMahon retain the Tag Team Championship? Or did the Usos take Miz and Shane to the Uso Penitentiary? That's exactly what happened, and I am glad. Now, some of you are going to look at what happened and say one thing. Say one thing. Well, Webby,
Well, Webby.
there's rumors going around that the Usos are thinking about going to AEW because they haven't signed with WWE yet, renew their contract. So WWE's trying to make them happy. Blah 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 blah. So WWE's making them happy by, bam, giving them the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship, just like they did with the Revival. Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. Okay? I'll even agree with you in that aspect.
But
here's something else that I like about it, besides the fact that, hey, we have just new tag team champions. Literally one of the best tag teams WWE has right now. Shane and The Miz can actually start a rivalry that lasts longer than 5 weeks. Whether we get invested in it or not, whether we want this rivalry to happen or not, WWE is going to make us watch Shane versus Miz at WrestleMania 35. Wrestling fans, do you want to see a rush rivalry? 5 weeks? 5 weeks? You know, if they drop the titles at Fastlane, we would see a 5-week build, and that's it. You know how many matches we're going to see a rush rivalry? I mean, because right now, we only know 2 matches that are going to be at WrestleMania. Only 2. 2 matches have been announced. So at least with them dropping the titles, hopefully WWE can start building it. That's what I'm hoping. What do you think,
You know
Jason?
what I think?
What do you think?
Okay. Wait a minute.
Don't knock over the camera. Don't.
There's accidents. But yeah, I forgot now what I was going to say.
We're talking about the tag team titles.
Oh yeah, I was for the Usos, so I was very happy with that. I think I like them. I've liked them for a long time.
Good.
So that was a one thing that we can agree
You're
on.
just doing that on purpose.
No.
All right.
I'm not clumsy anyway, Webby.
Oh, yes, you are.
But anyway.
Yes. Anyway. Now, the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber. Overall, there's so many things I could say about this. I'm going to talk about this particular matchup now. Before we get to the cringeworthy Braun Strowman matchup, which, by the way, I guess I could just go ahead and mention this because this is going to take 5 seconds. Baron Corbin beat Braun Strowman tonight. If any of you have any other doubts, that Braun Strowman is not the monster among losers, then I don't know what WWE has to prove to you now.
These hands.
He is a monster among losers. That's it. How many times does Baron Corbin, Almighty Cringely, and Drew McIntyre have to go out there and beat the crap out of him for WWE to make their point that he's not the guy. What do you think?
Well, I think. Oh, sorry about that. Jason Funny hat. That's my hat.
Yeah, that you keep on knocking off on purpose.
On accident. That was an accident. My Jason Funny hat. I think that I didn't really like the match, so.
Yeah, it was dumb.
It was stupid.
Anything with Braun Strowman is a big waste of our time. Now, WWE Championship. Overall, this Elimination Chamber matchup. Fantastic. Fantastic.
It was a lot
overall.
better than we assumed.
Now, there is one thing that I really did not like about it. The fact that Samoa Joe got out.
I was
very
shocked.
fast.
I was actually shocked about that.
Yeah, he is slowly but surely exactly like Braun Strowman. He is booked exactly like Braun Strowman. Goes out, says he's going to destroy people, says he's going to beat everybody up, put people to sleep, blah, 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 blah. And what happens come the match? He loses. He loses. They book him to lose.
That sucks.
Why
would you book somebody that you're paying so much money to lose all the time?
Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah, I think they do the same thing
to
a number of the other superstars that I think they've done too.
Hey, it is, and I'm quoting the late, great Gorilla Monsoon, an absolute miscarriage of justice.
Hadn't heard that in a while.
The fact that they do that to Samoa Joe. Who cares about Braun Strowman? He's not believable anymore. Samoa Joe is slowly but surely becoming that, but he doesn't deserve that. He doesn't. Anyway, Jeff Hardy, that Swanton Bomb he did to AJ Styles, that was great.
He still got it. He still got it.
Yeah. That was great. That they did to him when AJ Styles was on the top turnbuckle.
That was kind of in his playground, though.
Yeah.
He's been in quite a few big cage matches in his career.
Then when Kofi Kingston, he survived one running knee. He survived going through the pod.
Mm-hmm.
He almost beat Daniel Bryan with the SOS.
SOS.
He almost beat Daniel Bryan with Trouble in Paradise. It was a very good contest for Kofi Kingston. Very good. Now, some of you are going to say, and I even saw it on Twitter, it was just exactly what Mustafa Ali would have done. Yes, that's true. That's true. Mustafa Ali, exactly 100% would have gotten that same treatment. But Kofi Kingston went out there and he did a fantastic job this past Tuesday and tonight. Made those fans believe in him, something he has not done in such a long time. For so long, WWE's been having them go out there and throw bootios and pancakes and not do much at all. And absolutely it looked ridiculous. For so long, WWE's been having them go out there and look stupid, honestly. I haven't been a big fan of the New Day.
The only thing good they've done is held that belt for a long time. The tag team championship belts.
And I honestly would give a round of applause for what they did with Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, he don't have good mic skills, but
Now-
he's excellent in the ring.
Now, he's not going to get a WWE championship run. He won't go to the main event of WrestleMania. But I really hope, just like Jason Funny really hopes, he would get like a mid-card or something along those lines.
Well, some kind of
I
belt.
really hope he would.
Intercontinental belt again. You know, get an Intercontinental belt.
But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Now, one thing I also noticed, I think it is something that we are going to see. AJ Styles versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. There's a couple instances here in the chamber. They showed the camera back and forth, Orton and AJ Styles. When Styles was entering the chamber, Orton was already in, and they went back and forth. That was one. And two, Orton pinned him again.
Yeah.
It makes the second time this week. They're on a collision course for WrestleMania.
WrestleMania!
And three, they've been building it up for quite some time. I'm looking at it, Mustafa Ali versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania.
Possibility.
They've been building that up some backstage. Once D. Bryan is through Fastlane and Mustafa Ali's cleared to compete again, bam, set up that rivalry. That's what I think. What do you think, Jason Funny?
Well, it could be. It could be. On the road to WrestleMania, anything can happen.
But anyway, this has been your Elimination Chamber review. Do you have anything to plug before we get out of here?
Yes, the Almost Live with Jason Funny 42 channel only on YouTube. Also follow me on Twitter, Jason Lee 3, Jason Funny 3, and also follow me on my Facebook page at Funny Tubers 42, and become a Funny Tuber today on my channel by subscribing and pushing the little bitty bell button for notifications.
Don't forget to do
I
that.
blew this to my head.
And don't forget to follow my channel and become a subscriber today. And go back and watch anything you missed. And, of course, catch me tomorrow for Raw review, SmackDown Live review this Tuesday. And, of course, everything else that you see on this channel each and every week. And until I see you again, catch you on the other side.